And we're live. Welcome back to Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans. I'm Steven.
I'm Alec.
And today we drink whiskey, like always.
Yep, but today I think we're off to a better start than the last few times.
Yeah, well, it's nice because this is, I think, the first time we've done a live where it's just us in our houses. So, like, you have no other responsibilities.
Yes.
I have two dogs, one to the left and one to the right, because I'm in the living room now. So they're like hogging all the air around me. But, you know, they're not really responsibilities.
Not at least any you have to deal
Yeah.
with immediately.
Not like you do. Hello, everyone there in chat. Don't get used to this weird viewing angle. This is not going to be a normal thing.
Oh, no. Steve decided he was going old school,
We're
caveman
moving.
style. And
What?
I said you're going old school, caveman style.
Yeah.
You're in the brick house?
Yeah, I mean, the other room was brick. You just never saw it.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But yes, we are moving. So there is currently no studio bookshelf or bar shelf, whatever you want to call it. That's why we haven't dropped any videos this week, because I'm busy as shit. I'm super behind on packing too.
Well,
but that's neither here nor there.
It's a good thing you're not moving until tomorrow or
Friday.
Yeah.
I'm
working.
working.
I've been so off this week. I took off Monday to help out with Levi and drove back to Tucson. And then yesterday and today I've been like oddly tired because I've been getting a full 7 hours of sleep instead of my broken up like 4.5 or so. And so like I feel tired even though I'm sleeping more. And it's weird. But yeah. And then tomorrow after work, I'm driving back up to Phoenix. And then we got to do move on Friday.
Yeah. Big ones.
Anyway, yeah.
Well, let's get into the programming. The real reason you're here. Bruno, please don't do that, buddy.
I was going to say, the real reason they're here is to watch you stare off camera with a look of death in your eyes.
Well, so everything is like completely packed up outside of this corner pretty much. So yeah, he's like getting into toys that I assumed he wouldn't touch.
I do find it funny that you have that tiny cactus behind you off your left.
Well, neither here nor there. We don't need to get into that. Multitasking in the house. Cheers. Sorry you're not going to be able to see the show, but cheers. Thanks for popping in before we got started. Got sugar in the sugar. I was about to say sugar in the house. Got sugary cats in the house.
Sugar.
Cheers. Thanks for showing up as always, man. Got the bourbon bar. Got Holden in the house. Cheers. Dogs hogging all the air. Typical. Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. Yeah, I thought I was going to put the camera low enough so you could just see Bruno, but instead you're just going to hear Bruno the whole entire live stream.
Don't worry. He's got a lot of good things to say.
Hanging AZ. Cheers, man. Thanks for coming out. This whole being away from the computer thing's kind of difficult.
Isn't it?
Life's a struggle.
Oh, the real struggle. I do like the mic arm, by the way. I think that looks good.
I'm going to turn down something real quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me still?
Yes, unfortunately.
Okay, cool. I turned down the gain on it. That way it doesn't pick up as much Bruno. Because, you know, he's going to be full sending it.
Yeah, as he attempts to destroy the rest of the house.
Yeah, you know how he does.
Yeah, great dog. Just too much.
We have a great, fun, amazing live stream planned. But before we get into that, Alec, any news in the world of whiskey? Any changes? Any big things you've been getting into recently?
So off to my left right there, that is the smoker kit that I had gotten a couple weeks ago. I guess I tried it out.
Which you had gotten?
Yes, which I had got born. You know, you ever heard me say that? I got born the other day. No. But I used that a couple weeks ago and failed terribly. Basically, I sat there and just torched on the chips, and it ended up making it so ashy. And it was like, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't good, you know? And so I tried it again last night and did a better job. It's still smoky, but in a good way. So I'm refining my smoking whiskey skills.
Oh, nice. So making better cocktails.
Yeah, the original one was just a smoked whiskey lemonade, and then the one last night was like a, I don't know, lime juice and some muddled fruit and whiskey.
Okay.
So I don't know if you really call it a cocktail, but I smoked it and it was not bad.
So like a smoked like tiki drink?
Kind of. I don't know, man. I don't have much at the house right now, and I was like, I don't give a damn. I'm gonna just try this out. Screw it. So I went for
Yeah.
it.
Got it. Hey, buddy, what are you doing?
Yeah, but what about you, Steve? What's new on the whiskey?
Nothing new, man. I've just been busy
Besides moving the
packing. Oh
hall.
my god. Yeah. I already miss having the studio all set up. Because being out here, I mean, I love my dogs, but damn, I'm trying to record a video and they're over here licking each one of my hands. I bet my hands now smell like dog. Oh,
Like dog.
yeah, just unplugged the light there too and somehow plugged it back in. Only 113 today. Good God, man. Yeah. Only
Yeah. Well,
113.
so for the longest time, I always thought that Tucson was like is just as hot as Phoenix. Maybe got a little bit cooler in the winters and whatnot. But I swear, we've had like nonstop overcast and rain for probably the last 2 weeks, and it has kept it
Yeah.
like below
Buddy,
106, I
buddy,
think.
come
So
over.
this is a good summer
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I always remember as a kid, like Tucson was just a little bit cooler in like the best ways. Whereas like Phoenix is nothing but hot.
Oh yeah, and we get to move in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I moved a little bit after work at like 5 o'clock yesterday. I took 2 loads of my truck to the new place. Oh my god, I almost freaking died.
Yeah. Did you get all the painting done or no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, it also depends. Like 91 in like wet heat, moist heat is just as bad.
Oh yeah, I heard that
It's just bad in a different way.
Well, I heard Kansas the other day hit like 111, and I was like, I don't think that's good. Like, I don't think of Kansas as 111, and I don't
Mhm.
think of Kansas as 111 and enjoyable either. Because, ugh.
Yeah, because I when I was in South Carolina, I think it was like 95 on like the hottest days. Bro, like that was terrible because it was like I think it's like usually around like 60 to 80% humidity there. And then at 95, that was terrible.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Better monsoons in Tucson too. 73 here. Ooh, I want to be
That
where
sounds
that
nice.
is.
Seriously.
Vegas was 113 yesterday. Ugh. Nope.
Yeah. Vegas is same thing. I remember I drove back through Vegas last summer. I apologize to everyone on Steven's behalf. That was what Rio and Bruno do sometimes, and it's probably still going for a sec, huh, Steve? No, it's over. The damage is done.
Yeah.
The little fights, so adorable.
Hey, Bruno, Rio.
Yeah, but Vegas can definitely get hot. When I drove through there last year, I
Can you hear
remember
me?
like, yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay.
But I remember
Sorry, guys. This is a
I got
nightmare of a
into
live stream.
Vegas. I got into Vegas, and it was like 100 degrees out at like 1 o'clock in the morning or something. It was not fun.
Ugh.
So it's just that Western, time of the year, deserts and
Yeah.
shit.
It do be hot.
It do be hot, like the doobie.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately. So yeah, before the dogs have another problem, it's because they're all upset because I'm out here, so they think they should be getting my attention, but like they're not because I'm busy. So before any other shenanigans with them start up, I feel like we should get into the content we're here to explore today, which is obtaining light whiskey and Buzzards Roost.
That's right.
So
Which,
2 barrel proofs.
yeah. And so Steven and I both have had the Obtanian light whiskey already. He got me a bottle for when my son was born, and I've touched this much of it, as one can see. And that's
I
honestly
think
because,
it's about the same.
yeah, but I mean, it's just so damn hot that I feel like I have one glass and I don't want to have another because I know that that's going to be like pretty much the last glass of the night, if not, maybe one more, but
Bro,
still, what?
I don't think I can.
He can't get it open. He
No.
can't get it open, people. He can't get it open.
I just cut open my blister.
Nice. And this is why this is a better live stream. Okay, we
Oh
got
my
the
god,
dogs.
dude.
We got Steve busting open blisters on a bottle of whiskey.
Seriously, I might
a
have
good
to go off
time.
camera for this one.
No, we all want to watch you do it. Okay, it's like
I don't even think like here. I'm just gonna grab like some of my like clothes. Oh, there we go. Got it. Broke the seal. We're in
Good
business,
job,
boys.
Good
I
job,
think,
buddy.
not gonna lie, this reminds me. I think I used a pair of pliers to open it up to originally pour you, like a little sample of it.
And so you tightened it back up just as tight.
No, I mean clearly not just as tight if I was able to get it open, but like, damn, that shit was tight.
You struggled there for a sec. We all saw it.
I did. My freaking hand hurts. Man, life be hard like that.
Life do be hard like that,
people
man.
don't get the heat until they get branded by a seatbelt. Oh yeah.
Oh
dear
yeah.
Lord.
Oh dude, okay. So like as a dad now, I feel like I buy into so much dad crap, but when I open the car door and I touch the car seat and it's that freaking hot, I'm like air all the way on, windows all open. Like we gotta flood this out because I do not feel like dealing with my kid getting burned and losing his shit on a car ride.
Well, yeah, because like if you burn yourself, you could just be like, fuck, and then just complain to yourself the whole time.
Yeah.
But if your kid burns himself, then he's gonna be complaining to you.
Oh yeah. And it's not a soothable complaining either. It's full bloody murder.
All out balling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Northwest Bourbon in the house. Cheers, man. Cheers. Got
Cheers,
Jack.
cheers.
What's up, everyone? Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Alrighty.
Cheers.
We should probably get down to the programming because we're 12 minutes deep. My dogs got into a little scuffle. I cut open a blister. Life is here, so I think we should just get into it. So,
yeah, buddy.
This bottle is
we're
a
doing
little sample
first,
that
right?
was sent to us. No, let's do the Buzzards Roost.
Okay, Buzzard's cool.
Yeah, so they sent it to us, so I want to give it a proper shakedown. I have no idea about anything like it cost wise, how much this kind of stuff costs. I just know they sent us a little tiny sample of it.
Can you remind everyone who sent it to us?
Buzzards Roost. They sent it to us.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, cool.
So this Buzzards Roost barrel strength straight bourbon whiskey, 114.4 proof. And that is it. They might have given me more documentation when they sent it to me, but like I clearly didn't keep it.
Yeah, and if you did, it would probably be in a box right now.
No, this was like right when I came back from school. So like I had a bunch of boxes of whiskey I bought and some stuff that was sent to us. And I kind of basically was like, ooh, whiskey. And then I threw a lot of shit away.
Fair enough, buddy.
It'd be like that, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're Neo, Long Branch.
Dude, you gotta say it better than that. Long branch, you know?
I don't even know what that means. Am I like missing something?
No, you just went full monotone. You're like, where's Bourbon Neo? Long branch. There you go.
I'm okay. First of all, I'm sorry that's how I talk.
No, we just need to
do me a favor and eat a dick.
All I want is the ability to
Alec,
No. I want sound producer privileges so I can start hitting buttons and synth noises go crazy when you do a monotone, okay? That's all I want.
I do need to get a soundboard. So that's all in theory. New upgrade a mic. I'm gonna have to get a soundboard because it's no longer gonna be a USB mic. That's all part of this whole setup.
Gotcha.
I just need to get a new mic and then eventually soundboard where you can put like a little like pew 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 pew. I don't know, just for the hell of it.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, so Here, let's see if I can find some information on Buzzards Roost, so I'm not a piece of crap.
Okay.
Buzzards Roost.
In the meantime, what's everyone drinking in the chat?
Yeah, what's everyone drinking?
Oh my god.
What are you thinking?
Wow.
Recipes.
It's got some serious bite on it. That's what I'm thinking.
Ah, shit. That is all instructions on how to make your whiskey. I need barrel strength rye, very small batch rye, toasted barrel rye. Damn, I wish they sent us some rye. I do love myself some. Ooh, peated barrel rye? Oh,
That
man.
sounds interesting.
We missed out.
We did. Just gotta.
Well, I guess we'll have to
tell 'em.
order some.
Yeah, tell them we need more. Tell them that we need
I
a
mean,
sample
that's
of
if this
all.
stuff is good. Okay, so I'm gonna read this off. Sorry, I got real close to the camera.
Yes,
Created
that's
from
me.
a blend of 4 to 6 year old whiskeys and then aged in our one of a kind proprietary oak barrels. Buzzards Roost barrel strength bourbon whiskey is packed with flavor that is perfect for sipping on its own or enjoyed in the finest of cocktails. So here, this is a random rant, and I don't know if this has literally anything to do with this stuff because I just read that.
Probably not.
I don't like when companies put like this is good in a cocktail on their shit. I'm like, okay, so you're just telling me this is bad whiskey.
No, I
Like
mean,
if it's only good in if your instructions for it are, I mean, maybe it's just like I'm so used to sipping everything neat, so that's like instantly where my mind goes. But I don't know. I always feel like whenever someone says, like, it's like, oh, it's good in a cocktail, it means like, oh, that means it's not good enough on its own.
but I think that it's also kind of a reminder that you can pair it with other flavors that go well. Just like how you had your whole bit where you were going to the chocolate bitters instead of orange
Ooh,
bitters. Remember that? Like you figured
yeah,
that
those
out,
are
that was something enjoyable. Same thing can happen with a bottle of whiskey. You might think like, damn, I really love Old Forester and chocolate chip cookies. I really do. But I also know that I'm not as big of a fan as like a rye with chocolate chip cookies. It just doesn't go the same. So if someone were to plaster that on a label, I'd probably want to go and get some cookies and try it. But it's just that whole idea of like, this isn't just for sipping. This is an ingredient that's going to, expand on your cocktail horizons.
okay. I mean, I guess you're not wrong. You're
Yeah,
not
I'm
wrong.
not. I'm not
But yeah,
wrong,
this
Steve.
is barrel strength bourbon. I don't know if it is specifically their own or
Or
if
is
it's
it
like sourced
sourced? Yeah,
MGP.
gotcha.
I don't know. Damn it, dude. I really need to start doing more research when we do this kind of shit. I need to be more prepared. I know today's like not my day because I'm like busy packing. Like I literally stopped packing like 10 minutes before we went live streaming, but still, like we need to get better at this. But let me read the comments and then we'll get into this. Barrel strength, 4 to 6 year old Buzzards Roost bourbon, which is good in cocktails.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to figure out this whole new mic thing. I mean, I'm going to get a new mic by the next time you see me, probably. So it's not really going to matter, but still. I'm trying to summon the Hat Man with his favorite bourbon.
Who's the Hat Man?
Not a clue. JD bonded on a few cubes. I'm changing my opinion on JD bonded. I didn't like it originally, but I'm really starting to like it now.
I thought you did like it.
I didn't like love it. I thought it was okay, but now like I'm kind of starting to really like it. I mean, it's just so bananas for something that's like $30. You can't really go wrong.
Yeah,
I'm drinking
bananas.
a raspberry Kringle chocolate stout. Ooh, that sounds fantastic.
Good. Yeah,
love Kringle. Maybe I feel like I need to start trying more like stouts. It's been a long time since I've done like beer. You know?
Yeah, I still enjoy good beer occasionally. But do you remember the Belching Beaver peanut butter milk stout?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one of those again the other day. Just as phenomenal as like 4 years ago when I had a couple. So
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea every once in a while. just pop open a good beer.
Yeah, Northwest Bourbon brings up exactly kind of like what I was getting at. I'm looking at it from like the point of view of someone different than who they're marketing it to, but still, man.
Yeah.
The more we mix, the more we buy. So it makes sense. Yep. Got to sell it. For more info. Yeah, we're just going to kind of go off of what I read, unless if I can select it. Products, can I get like deep? No, that just brings you to there. Home brings me to the top.
Well, it sounds like we're not getting the information we want.
Oh, shit. Okay, either which way.
Let's do our own
Whiskey.
thing. Yes,
Yeah.
we're
4
gonna
to
get into
6
this
year
now.
old blend. Straight bourbon whiskey, 114.4 proof.
All right.
Cask strength bourbon.
But for being cask strength, it doesn't smell incredibly hot.
No, a little oaky. Nuttiness, brown sugar.
It's got some light flavor in it too.
Yeah, the
Almost like
website says that they blend 2 whiskeys and then further age it themselves. So yeah, I'm assuming it sounds like yeah, that's kind of what the little spiel I read on the website said. So I'm assuming it's either probably Barton or MGP blend, and then they age it themselves proprietarily.
Yeah, but it's got like a nice little citrusy flavor too on it, like a light
Lemon peel.
Yeah, lemon peel. I was gonna say either lemon or lime, but it's kind of nice addition.
Start by sourcing. We use only brand new 53 gallon white and carefully toast them. Okay, so they blend it and then they toast it basically. So it's not like double oaked, but it's kind of toasted.
Okay, it's interesting.
Or at least that's Sugar Kitty's like deep diving the little website spiel. I just kind of, yep. Alex gone full dad mode. Interesting bit is that they are
100%.
operating out of Bardstown Bourbon Company facility. Oh, so maybe they source from Bardstown, because I think Bardstown makes their products, right? Like they make their own whiskey and then they allow people to source from them. So they're likely probably sourcing from Bardstown then.
Ooh.
Or I could be wrong. I very much so could be wrong.
Okay, so palate, definitely get the toasted notes on the finish. There's a really good toasted, like
melted marshmallows, graham crackers,
okay,
s'mores. It's like s'mores, but with like white chocolate.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that too. But it also has like a really, it's really fresh flavor in there.
Have you ever had like the white chocolate bars with like little orange chunks, orange pieces in them? That's what it reminds me of, like making s'mores with that. But if you like added like a little like orange zest to it as well, because it's very, it's
like orange peel
like
shavings
oddly bright. Like it's like s'moresy side where it's like that graham cracker, toasted marshmallow.
Yep.
But then it's also like this like bright little like burst of citrus.
Yeah. But actually, I really like it, honestly. I think that so far, I'm into it.
Ooh, chat just jumped. Yeah, I kind of like it. I want to sit on the nose for a sec. Evening, you magnificent whiskey people. Cheers. Nice to see you again. Bardstown Bourbon Company has their own juice, but the Fusion is their juice and sourced. The Discovery is all sourced. It's a mixed bag. Number of sources to choose from. Okay, yeah. So Buzzards Roost is likely doing the same thing too. If they're coming out of that same facility, they're probably sourcing like MGP, Barton, whatever other sources. I know those are just like the 2 biggest sources to source from, but they're likely sourcing, and then it sounds like they're finishing in like a toasted barrel, but they're not considering this double oaked. So,
well, is there any way for them to kind of toast it without letting it kind of soak in like another oak barrel?
Well, so when you double oak things, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, because you know who I is, but you toast another barrel and then you put it in it, and then it adds like the extra, like it's finishing, but instead of like a wine barrel or something, it's in a barrel that has been heavily toasted.
So what if you took a barrel that say is old and has had a lot of the oak kind of like strung out of it, and you toasted that, and then you use that to give it the toasty flavor? Is that kind of an option?
I don't know. We'd have to ask what are they called?
Who are you thinking of?
Whoever makes the barrels. I forgot what the actual like technical term of that job is.
Barrelers?
No, it's actually like a
Like
pretty
a
prestigious job.
like a carpenter?
No. Hey, someone in chat put in like what a barrel crafter is called.
Barrel crafter?
Yeah, there we go. Cooper.
Cooper? Okay, interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, cooperage. That's like basically like
Cooperage?
they make barrels for whiskey.
Okay, okay. I
Yeah.
dig, I dig.
MGP, Heaven Hill, Barton. Most source Barton is older and bigger money. Okay. Yeah, so probably MGP Heaven Hill, which all things we like. Cooper's Craft. Yep.
Gotcha.
There's a slightly medicinal cherry on the nose.
Is that what you're getting? I didn't get necessarily like not medicinal cherry.
Yeah, everyone's just spamming in chat. Cooperage.
Cooperage, Cooper calf, Cooper calf.
Yeah, sorry, we're not very bright. You're not too bright, are you?
Perfect.
I'm glad at least you got like the quote.
Oh yeah, I'm here for you, man.
So,
I'm here for you.
Completely unrelated to whiskey, but have you noticed that recently all new movies, how like, you know, all those movies we loved growing up as like kids and whatnot, you can quote.
Yeah.
Well, like all new movies, I don't know a single movie I can quote.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just like growing times or whatever, but like.
Well, but I also, okay, tell me this. Those movies that you remember as a kid, you know you watched them like multiple times, right? Like
yeah, I guess I got better things to do now.
Yeah, like back then you could watch it when it first came out, watch it a month later, and then watch it 2 or 3 times over the summer when you had nothing else to do, you know? Like, I think that's part of the reason, but I also, think that they probably were a little better back then.
Yeah. Zach Jones says barrel maker person. Yep, that's exactly what it is.
BMP.
Hanging AZ says new comedy movies are just not quotable. Yeah, well, I don't think they've had a good comedy movie in a hot minute.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's the same cast in all the comedy movies now. Granted, we can definitely say that about a couple of actors back from our time, like late 90s, early 2000s, but like...
Yeah, you make us sound old.
I know.
Our time.
I know.
Back in my day.
That's right. That's right. But like nowadays, like the big hit comedy movies consist of Kevin Hart, The Rock.
Don't care for either of them anymore.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like another funnier. The last like movie that I thought was kind of original and funny, but like just original and funny was the Nicolas Cage movie. The immense weight of massive talent, or I think that's what it was called.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
It's like really weird at times, and then it's really serious at times. But then all of a sudden, like you start to enjoy it because of that, because you're just like, I have no clue what the hell is going to get thrown at you next. So I thought it was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I heard that was actually like oddly good.
Yeah, well, it's also weird because it's like real life Nicolas Cage per se, but he's still acting, and so there's moments where his acting from when he was like really big, he kind of recreates it, and it's nostalgic, I guess, but then it's also him now, and it's just dorky. So it's kind of cool.
And Hanging AZ, I think, Super Troopers definitely.
Oh, amazing! I still haven't seen the second one. I'd need to see that.
No, I don't care to.
I think I'd like to, just for shits and gigs, you know.
Sugar Kitty. So these guys half my age are talking back my day.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, Hanging AZ says never was never a Sandler fan. Yeah,
I
me
liked
too.
a couple of his movies.
My
I mean,
favorite thing from Adam Sandler is there's this song Olivia likes to occasionally play like jokingly,
uh-huh.
where it's like a song he wrote because I think he was doing music there for a sec, but it's a
Really?
song he wrote about like shoving a shampoo bottle up his ass. It's kind of like the fact song from Eminem.
Okay. Interesting.
I forgot what it's
No,
called. No. Um, Let me see.
it's probably not worth mentioning. It just
No, it's
sounds off.
yeah, at a medium pace. There we go. That's what it's called. Yeah, it's
Wait,
super grotesque, but it's funny as fuck.
okay,
Like
interesting.
it's like funny if you approach it in a funny way.
Like 3 drinks deep kind of thing?
Yeah, no, you don't listen to that sober. Are you suicidal?
No.
Yeah. Finally caught alive. Yeah, sorry, we've been doing lives on Thursdays, so it is what it is.
Well, I think
Um,
as far as I think we've done 2 lives Wednesday, 2 lives Thursday now.
Sugar has shoes older than you dudes. Yeah, probably. What's up? What's up? I probably have shoes older than me from my dad. No for me. Yep. He's just a no. David, Sean, cheers, guys. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. What are we drinking tonight? I'm
Yeah.
ranting, rambling. We're talking about nothing whiskey related.
But we're also
Yeah,
talking as men
memes.
of whiskey.
Yeah, memes are pretty great. And
Memes are
occasionally,
great, but I get sick of them after a while, you know, like the
oh yeah,
first 2 or 3 times good, but then after that I'm okay. I can get past it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I know. We didn't deep dive this bourbon too much, but what I will say, I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it. I think it has a simplicity to it that at cast strength, you know, is just like nice, you know. We can drink it and it's God, man, you gotta keep those dogs under control. No, I'm kidding. But no, it's got like a really nice simplicity that the barrel strength just helps kind of, I don't know, exfoliate, I'll say. Just because, you know, we can sip on it and we can get the toasted notes, we can get the light aromas off the nose and everything like that. But when it's all put together, it's like, wow, this is a good bourbon. Just like, you know, it's a good bourbon to have. You know, it's like it could be a staple. You feel me?
Yeah, I my biggest thing about this is that it's toasted. It's toasted, so it's like it has those heavy dark flavors, but it also has. Bear with me one moment.
I think what Steve wants to say is it has the nice, light, more fruity kind of flavors in there too that can mix in well. Huh, Steve? Yeah. Huh, huh,
Yeah,
huh,
sorry, I'm
huh.
just trying to yell at my dogs.
I know I'm watching the mouthing of you go, Bruno!
Yeah. Hey, buddy, Buzzards, get over here.
Ah,
You want to be on camera? Oh yeah, people can see you. Look at Bruno that way. No, you're looking the wrong direction. Whatever. Okay, sorry. I digress, people. But yes, I like it because it's heavy and dark from the toasted notes, but it also has like a light, bright, like citrusy side too.
yeah.
And I think that's like the interesting redeeming thing with this. Not that it needs redeeming per se, but without that, it's just another toasted bourbon.
Right. Well, and I mean, you and I've had a couple of, you know, barrel strength whiskeys now that I think we're like, yeah, it's good, but it's the heat overwhelms the flavor, and it just makes it to where it's not as enjoyable. And I think this one does a really good job of not falling in that category.
Yeah. So, Sean, we are sipping on. Let's see if autofocus wants to do things. Come on, do your thing. Oh, too close? Okay, there we go.
Oh, I actually like the label on the bottle. I haven't seen that yet, but
Yeah,
it's pretty
Buzzards
cool.
Roost. Yeah, I
Buzzards
haven't
Roost.
seen it in our area. I don't know how far out it goes per se. Like where because they're like Sugar Kitty said, they're out of Kentucky, out of the Bardstown, or not Kentucky. Wait, yeah, no, Kentucky.
Okay.
I don't even know what I'm
Kentucky?
talking about right now. They're out of Kentucky,
Kentucky.
and they're out of a huge distillery because Bardstown. But like again, Bardstown, that's another product we don't see in our area. So
Yeah.
I don't know. They sent it to me, so we might be able to order them online. I mean, you could order a lot of things online,
Right.
but in regards to this, I think it's really good. I love the little toasted bit at the end there. I know we didn't
Yeah.
deep dive in and nerd out on it, but I think as long as it's priced appropriately to like your average like barrel strength bourbon, so like 60, $70 nowadays, I
Yeah.
think it's a buy. Because
Okay.
that little citrusy like zinger on the end there just kind of like it makes that whole toasted note like worth it. It makes it interesting instead of just your normal like barrel strength bourbon. I don't
Right.
know,
No,
because
I
after a while all barrel strength bourbon kind of starts like I don't know, it all blends in a way. So it's like,
well,
wow,
that's
it's
what I
just a
mean.
damn
It's
good
just
bourbon.
right, but it's all that like it's just hot and it's bourbon, But that's what I'm saying. This one, like you said, with the note of the white chocolate, like mandarin orange, chocolates, those. I think that's a great note to put out there because it does, bring it just the same thing as if you were to have a regular s'mores and then you were to go and get, like some crazy, other chocolate. You'd probably be like, damn, that was pretty good. And I think that's what makes this one, a good, different barrel proof. Um, but I have a question for you, Steve,
Are
because I want
you a
to.
yay or nay though before we
No,
switch
no,
off?
no. Well, I guess kind of goes hand in hand. Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you this. Answer my question first, and then we'll do yay or nay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Ask your question, please, sir.
Check it or wreck it.
Um, so
Considering we can't find this
me
everywhere.
being the person I am, since I can't find this, I would definitely if I so it's so case dependent on price,
Okay.
but I might buy this
You're gonna.
in the plans
That's
of wrecking it and then find out I liked it and then I would have gone back bought a second one and then checked that.
so you so
I
you
would be
you'd
willing
wreck a
to
bottle
buy
just to
a
check
second
another
one.
bottle.
Well, yeah, because if you open it up, I wouldn't me being me, I wouldn't buy a bottle without trying it firsthand. Or like
Okay.
unless if it's like something cheap, but a barrel strength bourbon like this, I'm assuming it has to be somewhere around like 60-ish dollars for a bottle. Like I'm not I mean, I might buy it just randomly, but I doubt I would. I would probably go for something if I'm planning on wrecking a bottle, I'm probably not planning on wrecking a $60 bottle.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I would
Let
definitely
me give some
check
more
it.
context then. Okay,
Check it
more
for sure.
context. Okay. How about this? Let's say that you decided, hey, for my bachelor party, I want to go to Kentucky and I want to drink whiskey and I want to have a good time, right? And we were to go find that bottle at the liquor store, $45. Are we wrecking it on the trip, or are we checking it back?
$45?
$45.
If I find a bottle of barrel strength bourbon for $45, I'm probably buying a few of them. Like just randomly.
Okay.
Like
Okay. So
without even trying them beforehand.
overall,
Unless
you're
if it's
sitting
like
here.
I'll do some research obviously, but yeah, I would definitely be willing to check this. Like this is a good bourbon. I could sip on this bourbon all weekend. I could crush it. especially with it being 114, that's a perfect heat for like 115 and below is my ideal like drinking thing.
Right.
Anything over 115, things start getting a little hot, a little bit too much ethanol. But this being at 114, it's perfect. I'm going to use the term everyone hates, but it's very, I was going to say smooth, but I'm just going to say it's a crushable barrel proof.
Okay, I thought you were going with crushable there. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
No one hates crushable, at least not to my knowledge.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Okay, so we've gone over that. We've agreed that it is a check it and wreck it. Now,
yeah.
okay, so we're saying price point is likely 60, 65, right?
I would have to do more research here. Let's see. I'm just gonna Google. I forgot we have Google at our fingertip. Buzzards
Good.
Roost. What is this called? Barrel strength. Yeah, because we'll be able to figure out what it is like online. Okay, so just going through liquorbarn.com, I'm seeing
$73.
$73, 70, 69.99
Okay, so
burping.
high
Yeah,
60, low
so
70.
high 60s, low 70s. Yeah, this would
Mm.
definitely be something I would knowing so after having tried it, if I saw it on the shelves, I would definitely buy one. But you know me, I have a huge collection and I like collecting things. Like I like having a bottle of every single bottle I like. So if I buy a bottle I don't like it, I usually wreck it. If I buy a bottle and I like it, I usually like to keep it around, especially for like videos and shit, because that way we can kind of talk about it. We can drink it. I can put up like the bottles I really like Old Forester 1920 up against random extra bottles I buy. So, I would definitely be willing to buy this again
Okay,
if I had bought it in the first place.
right. I think at $70, I'd be a little hesitant, mostly because I don't usually go for $70 bottles of whiskey, and I guess if I was, I might try to find something that's a little bit
Mhm.
more unique. This is unique, but just something that's a little bit less typical bourbon.
I mean,
But
yeah, so there's that one unique note, but outside of that, I would say it's like a lightly toasted bourbon, like
right,
at
and
like
that's
a
why
good strength.
yeah, like I could easily grab the Russell's 10 up there and enjoy it as much, and you're talking about half the price. So
So, real
it's
question: would you rather a Russell single barrel or this?
ooh,
Because Russell single barrels, those are 110.
yeah, yeah. I
I warmed
I think
up
I
with Still Austin cash strength, so I
Stell
definitely support
Austin.
pouring Still Austin.
Have
It's
I tried that one yet or
fantastic.
no?
I don't know. Some
I
would
don't
say
know.
115 plus is too spicy. I mean,
Super
I wouldn't say
spicy.
too spicy, but spicy.
I think that yeah, I agree with you that getting over 115 is kind of like okay, we're getting to the point of
Yeah.
yeah, ethanol burn, which sometimes can be good as long as the flavor backs it up. But sometimes I think that's you're less likely to find something that's 115 plus with a flavor profile that can keep up with the heat.
Yeah. I get what you mean. I
Yeah.
would love to try the ryes because they had a lot of interesting ryes on the website.
Yeah.
I like the bourbon, but I think honestly, if the ryes are half as good as the bourbon, I think the ryes are kind of where their stuff's at because it sounds like they do a lot of blending and kind of experimental type stuff. So I think rye would be the way to go. Just like Sagamore Spirits rye, like they have a
Mm,
bunch of random finishes and stuff like that double oaked rye, the cognac finished one. The rum. I've heard the rum finished one's pretty fantastic. I know they have a tequila finished one, which I kind of want
tequila.
to get.
Yeah, hell yeah. That
They
sounds
have a
good.
mezcal finished one too. You got all sorts of shit. But should have been a rye whiskey, Old West out. Yeah. Well, they have a lot of rye whiskey. This is just the bourbon's the only one we've been able to try. And
Right.
Buzzards Roost, especially since it's available to me. Well, Jack, I definitely say check it out. Yeah,
Oh yeah. No, if I think it's
buy it.
not a bad. I don't think it's a bad idea to buy. I think it's definitely a bourbon worth buying. It's just I don't know if I'd necessarily call it like on my shelf all the time worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I think my collection surpassed like a normal drinking. Like if I was just drinking the whiskey to drink it, but now for me there's like business motives or channel motives to consider
Right.
with buying. Like I'll buy bottles even if I don't think I like it just because I know it's a video idea or something like that. Or I've like rebought bottles. I'm like, it's okay just to put it in like a flight against other bottles.
Yeah,
So
it's like a
my,
supplement bottle.
yeah, my motives as far as like would I buy it or not are a little bit different from your average consumer. But if you have access to this and you like you're comfortable spending $70 on a barrel strength bourbon, I definitely think it's worth trying. Is it going to be an ECBP? No, but those are also now starting to hit like $100 normal. I know that's not MSRP, but like secondary wise, usually like when this whole shit started, ECBBs were like $65 and that was amazing. I loved them.
Oh yeah.
Now they're like 100, and I'm still willing to pay 100, but like Walt's getting a little tight.
Yeah. Well, and I think that like C920 batch and like the B520 batch, like those ones, those
Mhm.
were damn good.
Yeah,
And
those 100 all the way, but these new ones, I feel more comfortable paying like 80, 85, 90.
yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Um
Let's get
should
in.
we
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
We
Obtaining
totally have a plan with
light
all
whiskey?
these live streams we do.
Oh yeah, all the
Yeah.
way.
So while you're pouring that bottle, I'm going to introduce our next bottle and get caught up on chat. Hey, and AZ says, I feel smarter drinking a good, less expensive bourbon every time. And yeah, that's
Bourbon.
kind of what I would probably do. I would probably check that bottle, the Buzzards Roost, not open it up on the trip and buy something kind of like a, you know, if I'm going to wreck it, I'm thinking like Old Forester 100. That shit's wreckable.
That is wreckable.
Easy. The Wild Turkey 101.
Oh
I
yeah.
would feel comfortable wrecking, like I wouldn't wreck a bottle I can't get at home.
Right.
But if it's something
But
I can get at home, like a Jack Daniel single barrel, and I just happen on one that's like $65 and it's like we're like kind of we're going hard in the paint and we're celebrating that weekend, I'm
mhm.
buying that.
Oh yeah. But like, okay, how about this? Because you gave me this one because you were
Uh,
not a fan of it, right?
yeah, I don't like that
The
one.
tire fire. I'm guessing this would be a Wreck-It bottle.
That was if that's all I had, I guess it would be a Wreck-It bottle, but I think that's like almost closer to a drain pour. It's not quite to the point where it's a drain pour, but it's like I would rather go to the liquor store and buy a $20
A
bottle. Like
different
if I have
bottle.
nothing else to drink, then I would drink that, but I would prefer like Wild Turkey 101 over that because it's just consistent and reliable and it tastes good every time. That Tire Fire whiskey, I tried making a
Good.
cocktail out of it. I tried so much stuff to make it work. I just couldn't. And that's why I gave it to you because I was like, man, I'm just not feeling this. And I already have so much peated stuff as is. That was not something I cared for.
Okay, that's fair.
Is everyone burnt out on bourbon? I don't want to say burnt out because bourbon's such a good. Holy shit! I am so far on chat. Okay,
There are
I don't
lots
want
of
to say.
side conversations
Yeah,
going on, chat.
yeah. I'm gonna try to skip. I wouldn't say I'm burnt out on bourbon per se, but like where bourbon was my primary drink of choice, now it's less my primary drink of choice. Like I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of bourbons kind of follow the same footprint, and there's like little outliers, little like tiny niches and shit. But like for example, this Buzzards Roost, we're like, okay, it's like a slightly toasted, bourbon with a little zinger of a citrus note. Like you get all the other notes, like it's oak, caramel, vanilla, cherries, things like that. And I don't know, not burnout with bourbon, but I like
But
expanding and changing, and I hardly ever drink just bourbon nowadays. I used to only drink bourbon, but now I switch it up almost every single night. Like if I'm drinking bourbon, I'll probably have like a rye that night too. Or if I drink bourbon one night, then I'm drinking like rye or single malt or scotch the next night.
yeah, I think for me, I can always gravitate back towards bourbon when, like,
It's
if
like the
I've had
North
a
Star.
well, but like, yes, if I had a drink earlier and I was like, okay, that was a nice scotch and it was enjoyable, I don't necessarily like finish the night out with scotch. I pretty much majority of the time will finish the night out with, a Wild Turkey 101 or an Old Forester
Mhm.
100 or, something in that range. Like even the other day, I was like looking in the like the whiskey section at Walmart and I was like, oh, Knob Creek. I was like, honestly, never owned a bottle of Knob Creek. It's a bourbon. I could probably use a bottle of Knob Creek. I talked myself out of it, but it was like I'm still somehow back at bourbon. And I think that it's just one of those things that you'll never fully get away from.
Yeah.
Just,
No, I get it. Like that's what I'm like meant when I was like kind of like your North Star. It's like
yeah,
we've explored it heavily, so I feel like it's kind of on the back burner, but it's not really. And
right.
I'm not
Like,
over it. It's
yeah,
just it
we would
takes
never
less of a
turn down
prominent
having a
role.
glass of bourbon together.
No, bourbon's like every day when I drink, I don't drink scotch, I don't drink rye whiskey, but I pretty much always have a bourbon.
Exactly.
Bourbon's just, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
David Bay says, I enjoy tequila, but most bourbon finished in tequila haven't been so great. We've never tried any. We're going to do a whole live stream about trying tequila soon.
Tequila.
So tequila. Um, but yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. Jack says I got my ECP 470 yesterday. That's a big win. I wish I could
Yeah, no
still find
kidding.
them. Be drinking $100, not that special. Yeah, I have a hard time drinking the expensive bottles I buy. I just picked up ECVB 133 proof store pick. Ooh, I've yet to be able to get an ECVP store pick, but I'm searching for those. Sorry, I'm trying to get caught up on chat. Bear with me, guys.
Bear. Bearing. Bear down.
Bear, bearing.
Bear
Hanging
down.
AZ says needs to be on the shelf at the grocery store to be at a total racket. Yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah,
Okay.
that's be super findable. Maybe not grocery store because I don't really go to grocery stores. Ignore some of the chat amongst ourselves. It's yeah. I like to get off topic too, though.
Well, you also are like married to the channel sometimes. Jesus.
What?
You get married to the channel sometimes. Like
What do
you
you
are
mean?
you like sit there and you're like, and like you'll just be like going through, and I can see your eyes like just draining out like the chat, but you're like, and then finally find something, and
Yeah.
you're like, and this guy
Right.
said that.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna get caught up. Hanging AZ says about rare breed, still hoarding it. Yeah, we've been seeing some rare breed recently, so I think it's back to its normal self. Just a good whiskey plus plus. I've been spoiling myself with the good stuff. Jefferson's very small batch. Is that the like 40% stuff?
Yeah, because I had a bottle of that.
Yeah. Bourbon is my first love, then Jesus, then my wife, the scotch. I would say, we're not going to get into that. That's
I
how
was gonna say,
we end up sleeping on the
careful,
couch.
careful,
I don't
sweet
always
boy.
drink bourbon, but when I do, it's always scotch. Fair enough. Yeah, everyone has their. I've been watching Westworld a lot, so everyone has their
Oh, the new season.
cornerstone. Because you
I
know how they give the hosts like their cornerstone memories that they build their identities off of. It's like everyone
okay,
has their cornerstone whiskey in the whiskey game.
gotcha.
Okay, I digress, fam. We are getting into Obtanium Light Whiskey. This is a pick that the Bourbon Ranch, good old Trev Wilson, and the whiskeychannel.com picked. It's the You Don't Know Jack Daniels one, and I know that's because it's a MGP light whiskey that was finished in a Jack Daniels barrel. It is a 6-year-old light whiskey that is 64.2% ABV. And that's about all I know.
I know that
It's
on the
from
bottle there,
Taney
it's
Light Whiskey. Yeah.
quick, jack off. I thought it was hilarious when I first saw that. But anyway.
Yeah. I feel like I should have. Another thing, you should have done more research, Steven. I don't quite know. Yeah. Otherwise known as the shelf turds. Yeah. I miss their old name, but I understand why they changed it because algorithms be a bitch sometimes. My Total Wino has no rare breed on the shelf. I think last time I went to Total Wine, it had rare breed on the shelf, but it's been like a month since I've been. I've been trying
I
to
saw
do
some
this
rare
whole
breed
thing
at
called saving money.
How's that going, Steve?
Not well.
That's what I thought.
Spent about $1,000 in paint and other construction materials this weekend.
Very nice.
Very not fun. Still got to buy blinds.
Yep.
That's neither here nor there, guys.
I was gonna say it's funny how it's the small things when you buy a house
Yeah.
that you don't care about. I'm still missing blinds on my back door from when Abby tore them off.
Yeah, if you want to support the channel, down there below, there's links and stuff that you can send me money. I would appreciate that. Yeah.
Join the blinds.
Join
fund.
the Patreon. No, none of that's going to the blind. It's going to whiskey.
Okay.
Join our Patreon if you want, not really behind the scenes content. It's coming. It's just when I had time to start doing it, I ended up buying a house. So after the house project's done, moved in about 2 weeks, it's gonna get cranked back up. But yeah, if you want to support us, hit that like button, subscribe, all those good YouTube things. We appreciate all the support. Pew, 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 pew. Let's get into this whiskey. Light whiskey. Legally, I don't really remember off the top of my head what constitute as light whiskey. I think it's higher barrel entry proof because I know bourbon can only enter the barrel at 100 or below 125. But I think this one's higher. So essentially think of like more aggressive whiskey. That saving money things is a lost cause. Yep. Man, rare breed got tater. I've been seeing it ranging from 45 to 75. I would not buy a rare breed for over 55. But rare breed, yeah, just because it's been so easy to get. Like I remember when we first got in this thing, which was like about 2.5 years ago. I don't remember exactly, but like rare breed was $45 and it was on the shelves. Now it's not on the shelves.
Yeah,
I miss it. I miss it a lot.
I miss it.
Yeah, I used to talk shit about it,
but here, but that's it.
Oh yeah, well, rare breed rye is still like a sleeper. Which
I just mean
rare breed rye sucks. Don't buy it so I can buy more. That is all. Yeah, glow in the dark wax. I haven't tested if this is actually glow in the dark, but what I will say is it was pain in the ass to get the cork out.
Yeah. Well, I remember you telling me how you like cut the shit out of it trying to get the cork off, and then I actually had a pretty easy time. Really? I did come out. Yeah, dude, you watched me do it.
Oh, well, I clearly didn't pay attention, so.
No, I came out one night when
a very normal thing.
I was getting Levi a bottle, and I like walked into the kitchen, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "Oh, it does glow." I may have just been sleep deprived and not really knowing what the hell I was looking at, but I can tell you, I think it glows. Mm-hmm. I think it does.
Okay. Yeah. So Sugar Kitty says both higher entry proof as well as higher off the still proof. So essentially, it's just like, because you know how vodka doesn't really have a limit, or I know there's a limit on vodka, but it's like significantly less restricted than bourbon is.
Yeah.
Whereas like bourbon, it has to be kind of like low. I think it's kind of more like vodka where you can just rip that shit going raw.
Okay, buddy. Calm down.
I have a place here in Wisco that has like 5 cases of rare breed rye. Yep, you should definitely buy that if you like rye whiskey. What did you think about your peated whiskey? I know you bought a peated whiskey for the first time in a while the other day. I've
Me?
tested it, and yes, it does. Really does glow in the dark. Same issue with cutting the wax too. Yes, so Sugar Kitty, he had an issue with it. So you can
Calm
eat a
down,
dick,
Steve. It's
Alec.
okay. It's okay.
Cut it
Don't worry
out.
about it.
See you later, Sean. I'll be sending you something next week. What I need to, yeah, so we're gonna have Sean back on our live stream. We're gonna do some sort of like cash strength single malt or something like that. I still need to get it all together. All the whiskey's not here, so it is what it is. What I need to find is another Forgiven. I'm almost out. I've never heard of that. Later. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
We appreciate you stopping by, hanging out. Rye does not seem to be selling as big as bourbon here. Could be wrong. Yep. Yeah. So rye, a lot of people don't love rye.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I love rye. Rye's fucking fantastic.
I mean, Arizona wise, I don't think rye is where it's at right now. Okay, let's get into this. So light whiskey. This is the one and only light whiskey I've ever tried in my entire life. So outside of that, I have nothing to compare this to, but it's light.
It is.
It's light, has a little bit of like an ethanol tinge on the nose.
Not terrible though.
No, it's concurrent. Would that be? It's similar to like what I would expect a 64.2%. So something that's like in the high 60s.
Okay.
Like or well like 125, 130 to kind of
Right.
hit you with. That's kind of how this is hitting. It's nice vanilla. It's soft, like not magic fluff, but I imagine like folding like whipped cream or something.
Okay. So I'm glad you said that because to me it had like a very like light spongy, like when you have like
Mhm.
cheesecake or if you have like a rum cake or something like that, how it's like really light and it's
Ooh, a rum
really
cake's a good
rich.
concept because of
Yeah,
the ethanol.
yeah, but it's like it's tasty even though it's proofy. So I like it.
Oh wow.
Rye is a gateway into
Yeah, I'm already behind on chat. I had
You're
Ardbeg 10 the other night, and it was actually fantastic. Yeah, I
Big
love
Ten's a good one.
Ardbeg 10. I think it's fantastic. I like
Yeah.
rye as well. Rye's so good. It's so underrated. Forgiven is a wild turkey bourbon rye blend. Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Ooh, yeah, I could get on that.
Wild turkey burr rye. Bourbon is a
Bruh.
gateway. Yeah.
Into heaven.
Yeah, I think like bourbon's like a kind of like beginner's drug when in the realm of like whiskey. Like it's like
Yeah.
a starting point, and then
The
from there
gateway
you
drug.
kind of it's like the gateway drug, and then from there you kind of figure out your niche of what you like. Because bourbon's easy, it's sweet and stuff. Where like Scotch is a lot more like, even though it's less aggressive on the ethanol part, I feel like it's more aggressive with the flavors.
Well,
Same with
especially
rye,
peated.
same with malt, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like bourbon is just sweet. Like who doesn't like freaking sugar?
Yeah.
It's crushable. Yep. Vanilla all day. Yeah, it's like it's soft vanilla on the nose. So much vanilla. Like honestly, like vanilla
I was gonna say it's got like a
granulated sugar.
I don't know if this is a great note to throw out there, but kind of like cinnamon toast crunch flavor to it.
Oh, like on the palate or on the nose?
The nose, a little bit on the palate too, but I get it on the nose as well.
I mean, I do get oddly, yeah, kind of cinnamon toast crunch. I'll give you that.
It like not to say that it's got a ton of cinnamon to it, but cinnamon toast crunch, it's like super sugary and it's got like that creaminess to it, and it's got like a nice cinnamon like glaze on top.
Hanging AZ says, I need to get all Canadian with my rye. Had a rip off lot 40 bud. Oof, that sucks. I have a bottle of Obtanian and haven't opened it yet. I strongly suggest. So the two products I've tried have both been picks. This Bourbon Ranch Light Whiskey and then the Bourbon Junkies.
Oh, the Christmas one.
what is it? King of the North rye pick. That is fantastic. That's the only Canadian rye I've ever had that I'm like, this is amazing. It's only after you go to heaven that you let your drink. Yep, you gotta pay your dues. Who doesn't like sugar? Yep. Try to. The Bourbon Bar says, I tried a higher end tequila and it was actually really good. A liquor store poured it for me and it was pleasantly surprised. Yeah, I've tried, what is it? Jose Cuervo, like 1879 or something. It's like $150 bottle of like tequila. It's
Or are you thinking of the
okay.
Don Julio?
Don Julio, as I was,
Don Julio,
or as you
1960
were.
something.
Yeah, Don Julio something or other of something.
Yeah, Don Julio year.
Yeah. I'm too Irish German to drink scotch. Man, Scott, if you hanging easy, you gotta try some scotch. It's worth it.
I
Trust me,
agree.
man.
Scotch it's
So
a beautiful
Scotch, sweet
realm.
and wonderful. Highland Park cask strength is so sweet and full of flavor.
Yeah, honestly, if you
I need
want
to
to
try some
drink
Highland
Scotch,
Park.
no, if you want to drink Scotch to get into it, start by drinking anything that's cognac or sherry cask finished, and you'll enjoy it more.
Oh yeah, I guess
That's
that's true. That's kind of where we love.
That's like the mid range where you're like, I want it sweet like my bourbon, but I want it different like my Scotch. Scotch tune.
Yeah, so much vanilla, bro. Like this is literally just vanilla. That's like vanilla extract and whiskey. A little bit of oak, a little bit of cherries, but that's like straight vanilla extract.
Yeah. Now this one overall, nose and palate, feels hotter for sure.
Yeah. The nose, yeah. So the nose feels like way more relaxed than the palate does.
Oh yeah, the palate it's
The palate
straightforward.
brings a little bit of like punch. Like I
palate
feel like
looking to fuck.
this drink's like it's like 135, borderline getting to hazmat.
Oh yeah. But it's not terrible. That's the difference, is it doesn't make you actually feel like you need to, not drink it. Like it's gonna kill you.
Okay, yeah. So David Bay says light whiskey can get you in trouble quickly. You need to try the NASA Family Reserve batches too, lower proof. And yeah, what I will say, that first drink going from the Buzzards Roost, which is 114 to what's 64.2 times 2? That's what?
128.4.
Yeah, exactly. That number. 128.4. That's what? 14?
14, yeah.
Yeah, 14 proof points more, which isn't an insane amount, but it's a huge noticeable difference.
You think about 14 proof more than Wild Turkey 101, you're in barrel proof. You think about 14 proof more from a basic like Irish whiskey to that, you're hitting Elijah Craig. Like 14 proof, it definitely moves you.
Yeah, what I will say though, going into the second drink, this shit, like I can see this being a problem because
tipsy.
Yeah, this it kind of sneaks up on you in a way. Like it's,
as you said, talking about how it's so much vanilla. Ooh, that's what Steve just did right now.
Mm-hmm. Going into the second drink, it was like no ethanol whatsoever. Just nice, easy, simple vanilla.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying about how whenever I have a glass of this, it's like I know not to have another one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I will start going down for the night.
Yeah, I think this is going to be my last drink of the night.
Ooh.
Or else I'm going to have a hard time waking up tomorrow.
That's right.
Yeah. But, man, this is damn good. So, $45. Hanganazy says, I talked to all the Scotch boys, too confused where to start for a nice fruit honey light one. Man, I'm not your person to like ask for Scotch advice per se, but I like Glenmorangie the La Santa. That's all I know, man. Mm-hmm. But yeah, what's your thoughts? $45.
I think it's for $45 worth it. First of all,
Yeah.
because when you talk proof points alone, that's a steal. But I think that maybe it's just this idea of light whiskey, but it's a actually, I think when I think of a light cocktail, light liquor, light anything like that, like Bud Light, Miller Lights, all those kinds of things, it makes you think that it's supposed to be like, something that's kind of watered down. It's not going to have a ton of flavor or anything like that. This is the exact opposite. This is light whiskey that has got punch and flavor. So I definitely like it. I definitely would say it's a yay.
I
Ponche.
like it. I desperately want to try more light whiskey.
Yeah. I don't know where we
Hey,
find it, but
if
yes.
anyone has any hits on some light whiskey, hit me up. Let me know. I would appreciate it. So this is the only light whiskey we've tried. So like I don't really have a comparison for it per se. But what I will say is I like it especially for $45. Is it the most complex whiskey I've ever had? Not even remotely. But it's just vanilla. Like it's like you're being slapped in the face with a nice light fluffy vanilla whipped cream and you're loving every second of it. And then you
Yep.
put a little
Steve's
cherry on
tipsy.
top.
Yep, he's tipsy. He's getting
No.
fantasy over here. He's starting to think about what he wants to do later.
Yeah. Sugar Kitty says for light whiskey, this isn't too high. This is an ECPB. Yeah, I want to try. That's another goal of mine too, though. I want to try something that's hazmat.
Full blown hazmat.
Yeah, like something that's like 140 plus and see where it goes.
Hey man, we can always get you some Everclear. All right, don't
Yeah,
you
that's
worry.
true. No, I want to try like whiskey that's supposed to be good and quality at that high proof.
I'll say one thing about this light whiskey that I noticed though is that the ethanol burn on it isn't necessarily like an ethanol burn I've gotten on other whiskeys, but it does kind of represent like a tequila-esque burn, like because when you take shots of tequila, it's like toasty, but this one it has the same kind of note, or not note, but I don't know how to describe it, the same degree of hot to it, but it's got like a warming bit to it as well that's like you want the burn. And I don't know how to explain it exactly, but it just reminds me of tequila a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, bud. I'm not quite sure where you're going with that, but
I'm just saying the burn's different, okay? Jesus, man.
I mean, so I got a little bit of like an ethanol burn on the
but
first
it's not
step,
like other bourbon burns.
Yeah, after that, not so much. I feel like other bourbons burn a little bit more. Like if I'm gonna go to something that's like 130 proof, it's gonna have a little bit heat behind it, but it's also gonna be a little bit more punchy usually because it brings more flavor. This is a little punchy, but since it's kind of not the most complex thing ever, I know that sounds negative, but it's really not. But since it's mostly just a shitload of vanilla, I don't think it smacks. It doesn't drink that hot for something that's almost 130 proof.
Yeah.
Or at least that's me personally.
Yeah, I guess you're kind of right. It's just, I don't know. There's something different about it. I know there's something different about it, even if you don't. That's all I gotta say about that.
No, I love this, especially for $45. You can't go wrong. Big win. Definitely. Big win for the program. Hanging AZ says, I need to go to Total Wine and buy a bunch of 50 milliliter scotch bottles and try some. Hit me up. You should just come over and try some scotch. That honestly, would also work. Since you're local. Hit me up
because I've got a ton of 50 milliliter scotch bottles. I don't know where I've even gotten half of them from. But
why do you have a bunch of 50 milliliter scotch bottles?
I don't know. I looked in the cabinet to get the flight for today, or not the flight, but get the sample bottles today. And I've got like probably 10 different 50 milliliter scotch bottles in there. And I'm like, interesting.
Hit me up after this. Maybe we can make a live stream out of it.
Maybe.
Yeah. Let me get caught up on chat and then we'll kill this one. Well, I get caught up on chat. I had this idea like the other week. I brought up like, hey, what should we live stream next?
Okay.
So we already pretty much have like the next few live streams kind of planned out, and it's a little bit too late, too late to like change it. But what live streams would you all like to see from us?
And should we
What are you
add?
guys into?
No, should we
What do you
add
like watching me
games?
do?
Yes, we should add
What do you
games to
want
make
from me?
Steve drink more. Those are always the best live
Yeah,
streams.
do you
I
want to
think.
watch me get drunk on the live stream? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tipsy because I pre-gamed with a cash strength whiskey, drank
Oh dear
a
God,
cash
man.
strength whiskey, and now doing this.
Jesus. Oh yeah. Oh no. I've seen Steve
Dude,
get slammered.
fifth drink on that light whiskey, no burn whatsoever.
No
That is
wonder you
so
can't
crushable.
tell.
This
Jesus,
would be
man.
a problem. Like, imagine
Yeah,
taking
no
this to the
kidding.
lake, bro. You're gonna
No.
die.
Yeah, no shit, dude. God, this is gonna be
Hey,
like that one time we had game night and you came out drinking all of your fucking barrel proofs and you ended up getting so wasted that Olivia had to put you to bed.
yeah, that's not a good look. Speaking
Those are
of the
good
lake,
times.
though, you need to come to the water ski lake with Olivia's family and me someday. Huge,
What's the water
huge
ski
win.
lake?
We'll talk about it offline. Sorry.
Okay.
David Bay says the wrench pick is only 7 years, I think. Yeah, it says 6 on the label. Most are around 12 to 15. Need to try more. I can help out. Well, let me know. I would appreciate it. Yeah, I would love to see like a 12 to 15-year-old because I think a 12 to 15-year-old is going to drink like a 6 to 8-year-old bourbon, probably. At least that's me just speculating. So I could be wrong. Hanging AZ says, I did buy a bottle of Dewar's White. I did enjoy, and I could only go up from there. Yes, you can definitely go very far up from there. And don't like Monkey Shoulder and Lafroig. So you probably
Right.
don't like smoky
No, you
stuff
know, he
because
said he does like Monkey
and
Shoulder
I
and
do
Lafroig.
like, oh, maybe I'm getting a little drunk. Well, we can definitely move from there then, because then that opens up a whole new world.
Steven sucks at singing Disney songs, just so everyone's aware.
Yeah, fantastic. Get caught up on chat. Has anyone had M&H Israel whiskey? No, that's
Israeli
something.
whiskey.
Israel?
Israeli whiskey.
Israeli whiskey?
Never mind. Just keep going. It's okay. We're not going to talk about it. This is it's not looking good, Steve.
Well, the Middle East is a complicated place.
Yeah. Anyway, go
hard
forward.
to pronounce all words. But yes, M&H is a brand I do want to try some stuff from. I don't know. So, do they actually make that, or is that just like Scotch that's being sourced? Who knows?
I feel like that's such a hot climate out there. Why would they put Scotch out there?
Well, because it's like malt, so it's malted barley that they used.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know what Middle Eastern people like. Maybe they want to try that. Maybe they want to try something else. I don't know, man.
But yeah, I wanna try them and what is it, John Paul something or other. They're like Indian whiskey. I need to try them. They're so expensive. Like I have a hard time buying a bottle that's like 70, 80, 90, $100 for like one of their not bottom of the barrel offerings, when I could just go buy like a $50 bourbon or a $45 light whiskey, crush this shit and go home happy as hell. So yeah, I struggle with that. But yes, that is something I do want to try. They had some pretty premium 50 milliliter Total Wine. Okay, maybe I need to check out Total Wine's little 50s. Little 50.
That's where I got all you guys' bottles for the
because I'm 50. Yeah, I did the same exact thing. I butt chugged that Larceny bottle. Like I came home and I just threw that in a rocks glass and I drank it pretty quick. Not gonna lie, I didn't shoot it, but I drank it really quick.
Wow, here I was thinking you'd probably want to use it for channel content. Whatever.
No, I'm not a huge fan of Larceny. I want to
I
try
thought
their
you hadn't
barrel
tried it
proof.
before.
No, so Cole, when he was liquidating his whiskey shelf, because he was going to warrant officer school to chase the whole pilot dream, he was like gonna give me all of his whiskey, and like I was over there, and he gave me some to try, and I was like, dude, this is not good. And he was like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna drain pour this then. Like we dumped like 3/4 of a bottle of Larceny. Thinking now back, I kind of wish I was like, nah, dude, I'll take it, but it is what it is. Just because free whiskey is free whiskey, but you know.
Indeed. Free whiskey is free whiskey.
Am I reading this right? So Jack says, live with
Other
Otherworld
world
Whiskey X, not Scotch,
example,
not
not
US.
Scotch, not US. Example, not Scotch, not US. In other words, try whiskey from other places in the world that's not the US and it's not Scotch.
I was reading that wrong then.
It's
okay, no big deal.
Buddy.
Yeah, no, I definitely need to delve into those. Going for a Polender next. I have not even heard of that either.
Polender,
Dear Lord. So as soon as I like get a little tipsy on stream, you guys start pulling out the weird fucking words. Polanda. Like words. How does anyone expect me to pronounce that sober?
Steve just got heated. Oh my god. You pull out all the fucking hard words?
Man, no, I'm not heated. I haven't even pulled out the hand. No, what comes after the hand? Bull hat.
All right, we're done here. Get John's his drinking arms, the little T-Rex arms. How about that?
Oh,
yeah, there
man.
we go.
Yeah, so for context, when I was growing up, or I guess still, because he still does this, my stepdad's a drummer, and I guess not really growing up because like I was like 18 by the time, but we went to Mexico one year and he's a drummer, so a lot of the time they sit there and they go drumming like this. So when he gets really drunk, he does this, and we call him the little T-Rex arms.
He's ready to
go. The most fantastic stuff ever.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh man. Hanging Easy says I have a list of Irish from Stacey H as well. Yes, she is way more educated on Irish whiskey than I am. I own one bottle of Irish whiskey, and that is Green Spot. Almost bought a Redbreast 12.
You should.
Sugar Kitty says John Paul is the name. I don't see it here much. There's other Indian whiskeys, but that's like the biggest name here that's actually quality, or at least from what I've seen. They have a 375 section hiding at Total Wine as well over near. Okay. Need to check that out. Polender is a Munich beer. Okay, that explains why I have no idea what we're talking about. Munich.
Okay. Some German.
Did I pronounce that right?
Munich. Yes. Good job.
The only thing I know that's German is this, and that's from Inglourious Bastards.
Okay, buddy. It's because you're third best.
It is what it is, man. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
That is great.
I think I'm hesitant.
That's one of the best Quentin Tarantino movies, honestly.
Yeah. Hanging Easy says, I think I'm hesitant with Scotch because of the Johnny Black. Had a drain pour after grudge drinking for a year.
Understandable.
Yeah. What Johnny Walker did I buy you?
You got me the red.
21, was it red?
Yeah, it was red.
Yeah, because it definitely wasn't blue.
No,
but it was like a
50.
I remember buying a $50 bottle of Scotch for you and be like, here you go, dude, you made it.
Yeah, no, because I'm pretty sure I think it's black, red, blue, and then there's a white somewhere up there as well.
Oh, there's a white? I don't even know, because outside of that, I don't think I've tried any Johnny Walker since I've been into whiskey, because I just already accepted that it's kind of garbage, so I don't really mess with it,
I mean, I got completely lit on Johnny Walker when I was at an all-inclusive in Mexico, because that was one that they offered there. So I was like, give me the Johnny Red. Give me J Red
Well,
all the way.
when it's free whiskey, can you ever complain?
They also had a couple other things there.
Dude.
I remember I asked you about, and you were like, I've never heard of this before. And I was like, okay, well, I'm getting shit-faced on it.
My wedding, we're going to be getting shit-faced on all of the Costco surplus whiskey. So like Costco Tennessee whiskey, which is like 40% ABV. And then I think it's the Costco Scotch. And those are like the two whiskey offerings, like Costco blended Scotch.
Gotcha.
Which is like a $19 handle.
Beautiful. Just beautiful.
Right?
It's like when I asked you about the Jim Beam when I was there like a couple months ago, and you were like, you should get something better than Jim Beam. You know what?
You
Screw
really
you,
should.
Man. You're gonna get the $19 bottle of Scotch.
Well, that's what the place is offering, and that's kind of like part of the package. I'm gonna bring some like other shit because I'm not a psychopath, or maybe I am. But
yep, he's done.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be bringing a little bit of nicer stuff for sure. Yeah, hanging AZ. Once I get the studio up and running, which will be this weekend, as long as you're cool with dogs and cats, because we're gonna have a little kitty cat, you're welcome to come over and I can just open up the bar for you. Like, I think there's 0 bottles I won't let people try because I don't really give a shit about any of it, if that makes sense. I would rather even because I have a few bottles that are, and by few I mean two bottles that are $200 or plus. And I would, after now having tried those, yes, I would love to drink them, but I'd rather share them with people who have yet to try that kind of stuff than just drink them all myself. I've already experienced that. I'd rather share it with you all and whatnot. So, hit me up. We'll make a memory of it or whatever. Jack says RS12 is freaking awesome. RS. What does RS stand for? It's not red breast.
No, I was thinking something else. Like, just realized that I'm not even with you. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Ooh. Going back to this Buzzards Roost, I'm a definite buy at like 60, 65. 70, I'm like hey, I'll buy it, but I'm not going to drink it often kind of thing. Anything over 70, I'm like, that's getting a little tight. Little toy. Redbreast PX is also good. Is that Pedro Jimenez finished? Sherry finished? Am I getting any better at like pronouncing random Scotch terms, or is I just
I'll give you
everything?
1% better.
Okay, cool. I'll take that as a freaking win. Bourbon Neophyte says Redbreast 12 year cash strength is also good. Yes, so we haven't had the 12 cash strength, but we've had the normal cash strength.
Oh, right, yeah. It was just Redbreast cash strength.
Hanging AZ says I was looking at the green spot. Again, another bottle I have that you can try.
Yeah,
because that's not inherently a cheap Irish whiskey, so like you're welcome to come over and try it. Call an Uber, brother. The upper JW lines are good. Okay, yeah. So Johnny Walker, like the bougie Johnny Walker, is definitely.
I swear they have a white. I'm pretty sure blue and white are both pretty good.
I know. I've seen blue around. I just don't want to pull the trigger for $170.
No, I don't blame you. I wouldn't either. It's just that I know that it's like, oh yeah, if you pay the $170, you may enjoy it, and then you're done.
Yeah. Jack says, sorry, supposed to say Redbreast. Okay, yeah. Redbreast 12 is good. Okay. I like Redbreast 12. So right now it's at Costco for like $50, and I know it's a good deal, but I'm also trying to save money. But I know it's a good deal, but I'm also trying to save money. But I know it's a good deal.
Yeah. But you're also trying to save
money.
I
also don't drink Irish whiskey a lot. Like I know I would enjoy just as much like an Elijah Craig small batch.
The shizzle my nizzle.
Yeah. The Bourbon Bar says, time for me to go to sleep. Great stream. Cheers, everyone. I think this is a nightmare of a stream. I'm drunk and we're still streaming for some reason.
Yeah, we gotta cut this.
Yeah, we probably should cut this. But yeah, so before we go, anyone have anything they would like to see from us in the realm of live streams? What's the next live stream you guys want to see from us? I know, so we're gonna have a Lost Lantern, which is like a fudge. What are they? Like a private bottler of American whiskey. So, private bottler of American whiskey. They sent us some stuff. So, I have a live stream planned for that. We have a tequila live stream, a Starlight live stream, and that's off the top of my head. That's what we have planned. So, which one of those three would you like to see, or would you like to see a totally off the wall one? Because I can pour samples for Alec on Friday if you desperately want to see us do some random shit. So, I'll make it happen, guys. Don't test me. I'll freaking make it happen.
I think you get a little too intimate with that mic sometimes, buddy.
Dude, I cannot wait until I have one that like swivels properly. This mic gots to go.
Gots to go. All right.
But yeah, let me close up these chats and then we'll see you guys later. See you next week. I'll be in the new studio. Alec will
have my kid back.
Yeah, he'll have little Levi.
That's right. The man.
Yeah, Hanging Easy said I need to try a few more. Yes, so Scotch, where like bourbon, you can go good with $25. Scotch, you need to go at least 50. What would you say, like 50? Like 45, 50 is kind of like the bottom of the barrel.
I mean, yeah, you can find like maybe a couple bottles that you can grab at 40.
Yeah, but like even Glenmorangie the La Santa, I think it's like 40, 45 now.
Oh, well, okay. And with inflation these days, yes, 45 plus.
Inflation be what it be, man.
Yeah.
Bourbon Neophyte, you two drinking Malort? No. We've never had Malort. I want to because I've heard it's heinous and I'm always willing to try something at least once, but we've never seen it in our area. Yeah, unfortunately. Hanging Easy says he's thinking about quitting bourbon and going to German beer. That would be dumb of you. There are a couple of decent $45 scotches, but that's about it. Yeah, you know, Sugar Kitty knows way more about scotch than we do. But in my experience, I think you need to, like, if you're looking for a nice scotch, you need, or at least like a decent, like, daily drinker level scotch, I would say you need to go at least $40, $45.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, 40 to 50-ish. Yeah. That's pretty much where you're at nowadays. Because, yeah, like, I think Lefroy 10's around there. And most, like, Glenmorangie, the La Santa, which I keep mentioning because I just love that as, like, a cheap daily pour. I've been really into the Orchard, or the...
Orchard House?
Yeah, Orchard House. Is that what it's called? Man, like you see, this is a nice thing about having the, like, shelf behind me. Normally, I can just turn around and be like, what am I trying to talk about? But, like, right now, I have no idea. Yeah, Compass Box, Orchard House. I think that's what it is.
Yes.
I'm a huge fan of that. I think that's pretty much about it as far as what I've tried. But there's a lot of good stuff around, like, or not a lot of good stuff, but, like, 45, 50 is where I would start with scotch. And then the sky's the freaking limit. Why are you making those faces, buddy?
It's it was the bacon. It's the bacon fat wash bottle. See that,
dude? Please throw that away.
I will. I was putting bottles out here, and I was like, oh yeah, I kind of like. It's because it's this bottle. Okay, that's the only reason why I still have it out here is because of this bottle.
No.
No. No.
Please stop. Sugar Kitty says, talk to Bourbon Bar if you want some Malort. He's got 2 bottles. I don't know if we want Malort, more of like we're just curious. Yeah, like curiosity killed the cat.
Sample time.
Like Glencadam and Connaught and Clynelish. Clynelish?
And Knock and Cleanish.
Why do you get like an accent when you try to pronounce Scotch?
I don't know what happens when you try to speak Spanish. You kind of have an accent on it.
Hola,
It's still an American
¿cómo
accent.
estás?
But I don't know.
Bien,
Steve's,
¿y tú? ¿De dónde está la biblioteca?
I'll tell you where the library's at, bud.
Did I cheat through Spanish too? I think I did. Okay, guys,
God,
that is going to be a wrap for tonight. Thanks for hanging out. I think next week we might go to our roots not to our roots, I guess to our roots, because my first alcohol I got into was tequila.
Tequila.
I think we should do the tequila flight next week.
Yeah, I'm down. Tequila sounds good.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. To be determined. But that's a wrap for tonight. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming out. Listen to my drunk ass ramble and rant, because at this point, yes, I am certified drunk. But that's a wrap for this video, folks. Cheers. We'll see you later.